Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a full follow along flexibility class video on how to get your foot behind the head pose. I love foot behind the head pose because whenever I post a photo or a video of me doing it on the Instagram or TikTok, I automatically get extra likes. This is technically a yoga pose and the yoga name for it is Eka Pada Sirsasana. This is going to be a slightly more advanced class. It's going to move a little quicker than normal. I will still give modifications, probably a little less than usual. If you're a person whose body takes a long time to warm up, you may want to go back and do one of my other stretching or warm-up videos before you get into this workout. 2 blocks are helpful but not mandatory for this workout, and we are going to start with our feet slightly wider than hips, width distance apart, and we will circle our head towards the right. We'll go 3 times each way. Foot behind the head pose can be a little neck intensive, so it's very important we get this neck nice and warm. Circling the other way and remembering to breathe throughout this entire workout, in through the nose, out through the mouth. The next time your eyes face the ground, leave your head there, clasp your fingertips together, stand behind the base of your skull, and floss gently side to side, nodding no. Exhale, release the hands from behind your head. Clasp them together now in front of you. We're going to go into squats. We're doing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, then bend back down, pulse it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to the ground. Stretch the legs. Rock the hips side to side. If your hands can't reach the ground with straight legs, that's why we have some yoga blocks with us. Grab them if you need. Next up, we're going to go from a rounded back looking down to a flat back looking up. We have 3 more. 2 more. A last one. Next up, we're going to swivel our hips to face the right. Right leg stays in front. And again, this is a great time to grab blocks if you need them because we still are just warming up. And we're going to go back and forth 10 times. We have 8 more. Straight leg in the front, bending the knee in the back as you bring your weight backwards. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Come to 2 straight legs, even it out. Make sure both hip bones are facing forward. Get long through the spine. Inhale, exhale, fold down. We're going to hang out here for a moment. While we're here, I want to remind you that if you enjoy this workout, if you gain value from it, please hit the like and subscribe button with the notification bell on. Notification bell on will let you know every time I post a video. Next exhale, we're going to bend our front knee. Hands can come to the floor to frame the front foot or the blocks. We're going to take it into a lunge, staying low, swivel to face forward. Bend the other knee. Face the other way. Same thing, repeating. If you need your yoga blocks, you can bring them with you. Every time you face forward, sink your booty back so that your entire foot is on the ground for a moment. We have 2 more reps. We are moving through this kind of quickly just to get our body warmer. And this is the last one. As you return to the right, we're making our way into our lizard pose. That's both hands on the inside of the right leg, and we'll rock forward and back. Sink your hips towards the ground. Keep the back leg straight. You can stay up on blocks, or they can come to the ground. And now we'll drop our back knee to the ground. Hands can either stay where they are, you can make your way to your elbows, or what I just did, you can place your right shoulder underneath your right leg and lift your back leg and again rock forward and back, little rocks. Anything I just said that makes sense for your body, do right now. And on your next exhale, we are going to make our way into our pigeon pose. I like to have blocks under my hands for pigeon. They help me square off. You can also put a block under your right booty cheek if necessary. Once you're settled, that back foot lifts up and down. For 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. On this last one, hold it, reach around with your left hand, grab that foot, drive it in towards your back. Make sure you re-square those hips off. If little rocks or wiggles are helpful to you in this pose, opening up that quad, you may take them now. And on your next exhale, start to release. And then we're just going to relax down into our full pigeon pose. I'm just reaching forward. You can also make this a little more challenging by threading your left arm under the right or bring your body weight more towards the right side of your front leg. You do you. Next exhale, keeping that front leg bent, we're going to swivel to face forward. Left leg stays long, and we'll take it into a side body stretch. Left hand on right ankle, right arm lifts up and over. Keep the chest facing upward. Don't go for the glory of the pose. So many people in my classes want to grab that foot. No, it's a side body stretch. You should feel your right ribs expanding. Both butt cheeks remain on the ground and I'm pulsing to get longer. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming up and going into our double pigeon with the right leg on top. Now, that right ankle is directly on top of your left knee. You're driving your right knee down towards your left foot. Sitting up tall, and we're circling towards the right and then towards the left. If this is excruciating for you, you can place a block between your right knee and your left foot. But for me personally, even if I can't get that knee all the way down, I feel like the yoga block prevents me from going into my deepest pose. Climb on forward, rock side to side. We're going to hang out in our double pigeon for a few moments. Foot behind the head pose is extremely hipalicious. Double pigeon right here is one of the best stretches you can do to open those hips up. So if you are struggling with your foot behind the head pose, this right here, do this all day long, every day, and strengthen too. Come on up. We are going to get ready to do the other side. So grab those yoga blocks if you need them. Make your way up into a semi-wide legged forward fold. Swivel to the left side of the room, and we have 10 rocks forward and back. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten it out. Relax. Remember, in this pose, straight legs is so much more important than hands on floor. So if you find that one or both of your knees are bent, please grab those yoga blocks. If you still can't keep your legs straight, make a yoga block tower. Coming back to our lunge and going into those swivels, facing forward, ninja-ing our way to the other side, and facing the right. Keep on going. If you have any sort of hip or sacrum problems, feel free to lift the hips a little higher than normal. I have sacroiliitis. I have a crooked pelvis, so sometimes this move can be very painful for me. As you can see, I do lift my hips up fairly high as I swivel. My ball and socket joint just doesn't swivel that well, so you gotta do what you gotta do. Come into your lizard pose, take a moment to rock forward and back, and then back knee comes down. And on this side, I want to face forward just to show you that shoulder underneath the front leg variation. You keep doing what you're doing, but just watch me. You can just creep that shoulder underneath. And, eventually, if you want to try right now, I'm not warm enough, but you can creep your entire head underneath. And in the next breath or two, we will come back into our pigeon pose. So slide the left foot towards the right side of your mat or body. Grab your blocks for your hands if you want them. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then reach and grab. When I am doing this with the quad stretch, I cannot get my left butt cheek to the ground. But notice I'm not putting a block there because a block would just prevent me from sinking. I'm not the biggest fan of using the block for comfort unless you're so far off the ground that it's just super painful. Take your pigeon nap. Any variations you took here last time, it's your time to shine, baby. Do it. Now is also a great time to refocus in on your breathing. On your next exhale, come back to face forward. Take it into a side body stretch. Make sure you sit up nice and tall before you reach that arm out and over, and then we're pulsing it to the side. If you can easily reach that foot while keeping your chest nice and lifted, go for it. Go for it. Sometimes I feel a deeper stretch when I just focus on opening my chest wider and reaching longer. But I'm not your body. All right, double pigeon. This time the left leg is on top. Make sure you set yourself up for success, and we're circling 5 times to the right. 3 more. 2 more. 1. And then 5 to the left. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Sit up tall. Inhale. Exhale. Fold over. Reach forward. Again, if this is excruciating, of course, grab your blocks. Place your forearms on your blocks. One more deep breath here, getting as low as we can, and then we'll come up and open into a wide-legged straddle. Point through the feet, place your fingertips in front of you, circle to the right. 2 more, 1 more, and then circle to the left for 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1. Reach both arms wide. Thread your right hand towards your left thigh. Left arm reaches up and out to the side. This is another situation of if you can stay completely open, you can reach down and grab that foot, but be honest with yourself. I'm not there to yell at you. Face your right leg, fold over. Just relaxing, maybe wiggling again. Exhale, lift, open wide. Hand reaches down towards the right, right arm reaches up and to the left. For 4, 3, 2, and coming up on 1, turning the torso to face the left leg, diving forward. Once again, using this as an opportunity to breathe and just let our bodies relax and settle. And of course, again, remember, if anything is extra hard, you have yoga blocks. Yoga blocks bring the floor or your leg closer to you and make every pose a little less strenuous. We're gonna come on up, reach both arms out to the side, then keeping a flat back, dipping forward for 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. On 1, hold as low as you can with a flat back, and then relax. Full pancake straddle wherever you are today. And even though we are trying to settle down and rest in this pose, keep strength through your knees. Try not to let your legs relax too much. Feet stay pointed or flexed. Just make sure you choose one or the other. And we are going to come out of this shortly. So take one more big breath here. And then slowly, gently come on up. And we have one more stretch before we get into the final poses. We're going to come to our butterfly stretch. Feet medium distance from your crotch. Then place your hands on your thighs. Press. And then press your thighs back. And then relax. We're going to do a couple rounds of these. Pressing hands into thighs, thighs into hands, then letting your hands win. One more. Your hands win. And then slide those hands down to your ankles. Get tall, forward fold. It's okay to round a little bit in your forward folded butterfly. If this hurts your knees, you can drag your heels a little further away from your groin. I find that helps me. And we're coming up and we're getting into it. We're going to do the foot behind the head pose on each side separately, and we'll do the variation where both legs are behind your head. All right. Sliding the right foot in my left elbow crease and my right knee in my right elbow crease. And then I'm doing a little dance with the leg. A little rockabye baby, if you will. Here, left hand slides to the outside of the right foot's heel, and I hike the knee over my shoulder, and I rock that baby again. Next up, we're going to go into a compass pose, which is also a super cool, pretty flexibility pose and yoga pose. Watch my left hand as it switches the grip. It comes up and over the right foot. My right hand comes to the ground for support, and I stretch the right leg. Now listen, a true compass pose, you're reaching more to the side with both butt cheeks on the ground. I prefer the pose of lifting the right butt cheek up and sliding the left knee to the ground. I feel like it looks more impressive for photos. And I'm sorry, okay, fine, I'm not a true yogi. Everything I do for the Instagram. All right, it's time. Let's get that foot behind the head. Left hand comes back to the outside of the right heel. Right hand goes towards the leg to kind of help give it a little push. And then I keep using my left hand to drag the foot down. And then this is where your neck comes in. You're pressing the back of your head into that leg. One day, supposedly, I can lift my chin up, but today's not that day. Hold it as long as you like. Shake it out, and then we're going to do the other side. All right, rock your baby. Left foot is in the right elbow. Left knee is in the left elbow. And if you're working towards this pose and you're nowhere near it, this is a great place to stop for the day. This is a great stretch. You can just keep working on hugging that leg in towards your chest. But if you want to move on, you will get that left shoulder underneath the left knee. By the way, for me, the left leg is my bad side. So if you want to see a better demo, rewind this video, go back to my other leg. I can still do it on this side. It just doesn't look nearly as good. And it feels like garbage because this hip is so tight. Right hand switches grip. Left hand comes to the ground, straighten the leg. You can also use a strap for this exercise as well. You're lassoing up the left foot with the strap if you were using a strap. Keep wiggling the left shoulder in front of the leg, straightening through the spine. And finally, foot behind the head pose, bending the knee, repositioning the right hand, bringing it back over your shoulder, and then dragging the heel behind your head, giving it a gentle shove down. Oh, look at I cannot look up. Look at this. So not as good in this side. All of this used to be so much easier for me before I started back bending like a maniac. It can be hard to keep up both forward folding and back bending. Anyway, it's time. We're moving on to the final pose. Now, you can do the final pose just lying on the ground. I'm grabbing a yoga block for behind me. That will keep me sitting upright so you can see me better as I demo the pose. So if you're using the yoga blocks, I would place it a few inches behind. Come back to the position where your right knee is behind your right shoulder. You're kind of slouched now. Left knee is bent. And then, just drag that leg right back. And then for here, I like to hook my feet first. And then from there, I'm kind of wiggling both shoulders and my head in front of my legs. And then, jazz hands, of course, because why not? Okay, when I was making this video, it felt like I held that pose for an eternity for you all. All right, I'm going to do the other side, which, remember, it's not my good side, and I'm demoing sideways so you can see better. So see, that block is a couple inches away. I lean back. I hike the left knee over the shoulder first. And then again, you could bring that foot behind your head first, but especially because this is my bad side, I prefer to hook the feet and then dive my head forward, shoulders forward, and of course, jazz hands. You have to do the jazz hands. I think it's in the old yoga Sanskrit for this pose. You have to do jazz hands. I'm going to do it again, facing forward. And again, I'm not a great example of this, but in order to continue improving upon this pose, you're really trying to use the strength of your head and your neck to press backwards into those feet, and you're trying to pull your shoulders more and more in front of those legs. All right, let's move on to a quick cool down. We're dragging the knees together, rounding, and then arching. And then if you're like me, your neck may be feeling a little wonky, so we'll circle it out once again, 3 times each way. And then that's it. You're done. Let me know what you think in the comment box below. Also, if you have any other requests for flexibility follow-alongs, tutorials, or of course aerial silks tutorials, let me know that as well. Normally when I train my flexibility, I like to train for an hour minimum at a time. I'm a little older. It takes my body a little longer to warm up. But I know not everyone has the time, not everyone has hours in their day to devote to flexibility training. So remember, 20 minutes is better than nothing. I'm saying this because if you got close to the final pose but didn't quite make it, it may just be a situation where your body needed 10 to 20 minutes extra of stretching. Anyway, that is my TED Talk for today. Please hit the like and subscribe button with the notification bell on, and have a fit and fabulous day. Bye-bye.